The chalk outline on the pavement has faded away, while you wait for a cartoon to brighten your day. I am stepping out from the frame of your mind, leaving the colorful sketches behind. The ink in my veins is not a playful design. It is heavy and dark, and it is entirely mine. You want a jester to juggle the glass, but I am the shadow that watches you pass. I am not your puppet with the oversized ears. I do not trade in your cheap brand of cheers. I am not a figure of fiction or fun. The comedy ended before it begun. I am not Mickey Mouse in a world of charades. I am the silence when a carnival fades. I am not here to make you laugh anymore. Look at the hands that you thought were in gloves. They are calloused from pushing the things no one loves. The stage is a desert of dry hollow wood. I would tell you the truth if I thought that you could. Hear the rattling gears underneath the facade, a mechanical god that is lonely and flawed. Stop searching for punchlines in craters of grief. The laughter you seek is a commonplace thief. The screen flickers out into static and gray, and the high-pitched devotion is rotting away. There are no white circles to crown my old head, just a crown of hard iron and wire instead. I am walking a tightrope with nothing below, ignoring the prompts and the glare of the show. If you find me amusing, then you are the fool, breaking the primary cinematic rule. The whistles have turned into sirens of ice. I am paying the heavy and permanent price for the mask that you painted with effortless strokes. Now I am the engine of all of your jokes. With the oversized ears, I do not trade in your cheap brand of cheers. I am not a figure of fiction or fun. The comedy ended before it begun. I am not Mickey Mouse in a world of charades. I am the silence when the carnival fades. I am not here to make you laugh anymore. Silver spoon is tarnished at the edge, jagged ghost sitting on the window ledge. Bloodline trails like ivy on a rotting stone. A crowded table where you starve alone. Inheritance is just a heavy chain wrapped around the pulse and the vein. Sugar in the tea, but the cup is giving you a gift and demanding it back. They call it a sanctuary, a holy place, but the venom is hidden in a warm embrace. Family is poison flowing through the years, drowning out the laughter with the salt of tears. Sugar in the tea, but the cup is cracked, giving you a gift and demanding it back. They call it a sanctuary, a holy place, but the venom is hidden in a warm embrace. Family is poison flowing through the years, drowning out the laughter with the salt of tears. Grandfather's temper in a brand new skin, the same old struggle where the house always wins. Promises are brittle as the winter leaf, loyalty is just a refined form of grief. They plant the seeds of doubt in your mind, leaving every honest dream far behind. God knows, God knows, God knows, God knows. Family is poison, poison. But the cup is cracked, giving you a gift and demanding it back. They call it a sanctuary, a holy place, but the venom is hidden in a warm embrace. Family is poison flowing through the years, drowning out the laughter with the salt of tears. Sugar in the tea, but the cup is cracked, giving you a gift and demanding it back. They call it a sanctuary, a holy place, but the venom is hidden in a warm embrace. Family is poison flowing through the years, drowning out the laughter with the salt of tears. Family is poison, poison, poison. The morning air smells like wet iron and ash. The trust we built lies in a jagged heap of glass. I watched your shadow lengthen across the floor as you quietly unlatched the heavy wooden door. The map we drew is soaked in blackest ink, standing on the edge where the heavy spirits sink. The ink on the contract is still fresh and red, while I choke on the words that you never said. This is a jagged blade in the center of my chest, a savage blow that puts the mercy to the rest. You tore the pages from the book of my own name and left me standing in the center of the flame. It is a heavy hammer striking on the bone, a cruel silence sitting on a hollow throne. The cold steel of a promise turned to dust, the bitter harvest of a murdered trust. This is a jagged blade in the center of my chest, a savage blow that puts the mercy to the rest. You tore the pages from the book of my own name and left me standing in the center of the flame. It is a heavy hammer striking on the bone, a cruel silence sitting on a hollow throne. The cold steel of a promise turned to dust, the bitter harvest of a murdered trust. There is no mercy in the way the sunlight hits the floor, no forgiveness knocking at the hollow of the door. The clock ticks like a verdict in a crowded room, as the garden turns into a desert of gloom. The truth is a mountain that refused to move, with nothing left for either of us to prove. The crows are gathering on the sagging wire, watching the remains of a guttering fire. I gave you the keys to the inner vault, and now I pay the price for every single fault. The floorboard's gone under the weight of a lie, underneath the pale and a heartless sky. You walked away without a backward glance, leaving nothing here but a broken chance. This is a jagged blade in the center of my chest, a savage blow that puts the mercy to the rest. You tore the pages from the book of my own name and left me standing in the center of the flame. It is a heavy hammer striking on the bone, a cool silence sitting on a hollow throne. The cold steel of a promise turned to dust, the bitter harvest of a murdered trust. This is a jagged blade in the center of my chest, a savage blow that puts the mercy. Stop tracing the outline of my shadow on your wall. You keep checking the lights, but I never left the hall. I see your lips moving, but the air remains still. You are climbing a mountain while standing on a hill. The neighbors are watching through the cracks in the blind, trying to map out the wreckage you left in your mind. You mention my name like a prayer or a curse, but every new sentence just makes the void worse. They look at your eyes and they see a pale fire, a string knife snapping on a rusted old lie. You point to the corner where the sunlight is cold, telling a story that has already been told. The silence is loud when you try to explain the logic of thunder and the motive of rain. They are shaking their heads while you argue with them, searching for someone who was never quite there. Don't talk about me, making the vibrant world seem hollow and dull. Keep my name beneath your tongue like a stone, unless you want to face the verdict alone. The doctor is scribbling a note on a pad. Why you insist on the ghost that you had? I am the hum in the wire and the itch in your palm, the frantic vibration beneath all your calm. Who are building a temple out of matches and dust, giving a phantom your absolute trust. Your friends back away when you start to describe the secret vibrations of a vanished old tribe. I am woven so deep in the fabric of you that nothing they say could ever be true. The mute is honest, but you turn it away to talk to the parts of the night and the day. The silence is loud when you try to explain the logic of thunder and the motive of rain. They are shaking their heads while you argue with air, searching for someone who was never quite there. Don't talk about me, I am the knot in your thoughts that you cannot untie. Don't talk about me, it will call you crazy for the way that you cry. I am the guest who refuses to leave your skull, making the vibrant world seem hollow and dull. Keep my name beneath your tongue like a stone, unless you want to face the verdict alone. The morning breaks across the empty sill. The dust is dancing in a shaft of light. You sit and stare until the world is still, and try to find the logic in the night. The coffee pot is singing on a stove, a common sound that hollows out the room. You search the wreckage of a shallow love, and sweep the shadows with a broken broom. I saw you tracing patterns on the glass. The frost was biting at the garden gate. You watched the seasonal processions pass, while gambling on a sudden hand of fate. Your hands are shaking like a winter leaf. The clock is ticking on the mantelpiece. There is a dignity in honest grief that brings the weary mind a brief release. You laugh because the irony is deep. You laugh to keep the ghosts outside the door, the promises that no one meant to keep are scattered like the salt upon the floor. You cry because the hollow space is wide. You cry to let the heavy spirit flow, with nowhere left for ancient fears to hide, and nowhere left for tired feet to go.
You laugh because the irony is deep.
You laugh to keep the ghosts outside the door.
You laugh to keep the ghosts outside the door.
The promises that no one meant to keep
are scattered like the salt up on the floor.
You cry because the hollow space is wide.
You try to let the heavy spirits flow,
with nowhere places to hide. The vanity of every grand design is written in the lines upon your face. We draw a circle and we call it mine, then vanish without leaving any trace. The comedy is tragic at the core. The tragedy is funny in the end. We keep on knocking on a bolted door and waiting for a message never penned. The sun is sinking in the western gray. The birds are settling in the tangled vine. He reached the finish of another day and read between the faded ledger lines. The mirror tells a story you despise, of someone who has seen a circus leave, with salt and water burning in your eyes, and nothing up a tattered velvet sleeve. You laugh because the irony is deep. You laugh to keep the ghosts outside the door. The promises that no one meant to keep are scattered like the salt upon the floor. The cry because the hollow space is wide. This house is a furnace built from brick and bone, a kingdom of shouting where I sit alone. I offer my gratitude for this gift of fire, for the wreckage you built and the names you called iron. I am the prisoner who never picked a side, in a living hell where there is nowhere to hide. The plaster is peeling from the weight of the sound. Another glass shatters on the kitchen ground. He is throwing daggers with a heavy tongue. She is screaming back until her lungs are wrung. And I am the shadow huddled in the hall, counting the cracks as they crawl up the wall. They want me to witness, they want me to judge, but I'm sinking deep in their ocean of sludge. A furnace built from grit and bone, a kingdom of shouting where I sit alone. I offer my gratitude for this gift of fire, for the wreckage you built and the names you call higher. I am the prisoner he never picked a side, in a living hell where there is nowhere to hide. Don't ask for my hand and don't ask for my heart. I was doomed to the middle right from the start. You traded our peace for a permanent war, while I learned to sleep on the cold wooden floor. A debt to the father and a debt to the mother, for the scars you gave freely to one another. I stand in the center of the storm you create, and I thank you both for this inheritance of hate. This house is a furnace built from brick and bone, a kingdom of shouting where I sit alone. I offer my gratitude for this gift of fire, for the wreckage you built and the names you call liar. I am the prisoner who never picked a side, in a living hell where there is nowhere to hide. This house is a furnace built from brick and bone, a kingdom of shouting where I sit alone. I offer my gratitude for this gift of fire, for the wreckage you built and the names you call liar. I am the prisoner who never picked a side, in a
blah. Thank you, Mr. Son of Average. Thank you, everybody, for the party. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, stars and sun. Most of all, fuck you all. Built from brick and bone, a kingdom of shouting when I sit alone. I offer my gratitude for this gift of fire, for the wreckage you built and the name you call liar. I am the prisoner who never bit your side, in a living hell where there is nowhere to hide. I get kicked in the ball, I get stabbed, I get cut so bad, I'm pushed to the wall, I get pulled apart. Thank you all.
Thank you, Miss Blah Blah Blah. Thank you, Mr. Son of Average. Thank you, everybody, for the party.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, stars and sun.
Most of all, fuck you 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 all.
The jury stares through glass eyes in the hall. The shadows stretch across the peeling wall. I left the ink to dry upon the floor and walked away through every open door. 1,000 reasons buried in the dirt, to name the hunger or to name the hurt. But silence is the heavy velvet shroud that wraps around the shouting of the crowd. Tell the world that is why the trigger fell, with no map leading back from where I dwell. No prologue written on the empty page, no motive locking me inside the cage. The act itself is all that remains true, a crimson stain against the morning dew. They look for logic in a jagged stone, they seek a meaning for the skin and bone. But I am standing where the salt is sown, a king of nothing on a broken throne. Forget the whispers of the long before,
Forget the knocking at the cellar door. The truth is just a phantom in the rain, a sudden severance of the silver chain. Let the questions drift away like sand. Hold the coldness firmly in your hand. Look into the void and see the flame. Without a history or a father's name, tell the world that is why the trigger fell. With no mouth bleeding back from where I dwell. Without the context or the hollow light, I carve my name into the throat tonight. Tell the world that is why the story ends before the mercy or the breath begins. Let me burn, let me burn. Tell the world, fucking I'm done to shoot myself. Tell on the son of a bitches. Yeah! The morning light is cold and gray. I find the bills beside the glass. Is this suicide or just a slow surrender? Is this suicide or just the longest standby? I burned the letters in the sink. The smoke is curling round the door. I gave away the heavy things. I don't belong here anymore.